So now let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Elon Musk and Sam Harris. So earlier today, you pointed out the big scandal right now about Elon in video games. He pretended to be like one of the best players in the world in this particular video game. And, he sort of gave up the game when I guess he played publicly. And pro players of that game were like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Is that how this happened, the
I think
spiral?
so.
I didn't follow it close enough.
I
just was aware of it happening.
Yeah. So they realized, like, holy shit, you have no idea what you're doing. And so the allegation is, like, he pays somebody to make it so that he looks like he's one of the top in the world.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why you would then show everybody how bad you are at the game, but he did no idea what he was doing. Everybody was making fun of him. I love seeing these gamers, these Johnny-come-lately gamers. Now, hey, this guy might be a fraud.
I know.
So, you don't say. The thing that we've been fucking saying for years and years and years. There's been evidence for so long. That Thunderfoot YouTuber guy, he did a whole series on here's all the scams and the frauds that Elon Musk was involved in. And like, this is not a good guy, man. This guy's really bad.
Yeah.
And so now they're, oh, shit, he lied about video games. Clearly, he's a bullshit artist, right? And
yeah,
that's right. And so him and Asmongold are now feuding because Asmongold felt like he had to cover it because this is right in his wheelhouse. And he only did like a 3-minute and 30-second video, like mildly critiquing Elon, but that was enough for Elon to nuke this guy into orbit and take away his verification check. And so now, like, it's just... we have to see the breakup, right? Trump is going to break up with Elon eventually. Elon is so humiliating. He's so embarrassing. He's so annoying. He just got a fucking office in Mar-a-Lago. If you're Trump, you got to be like, all right, homie, well, what are we doing here? Don't you have some rockets to go fucking launch or some shit?
The news was he got office space in the White House.
Was it the White House? I thought it was Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, I think it's in the
That's even worse.
The old executive office building across the street
even
from the
worse.
White House.
That's even worse.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so
I don't know if the breakup's coming. I mean, maybe eventually, but I don't know. I don't know. I think Trump is captured by the alleged genius of Elon Musk.
Yeah, but what happens if? So let's say I'll game it out for you. Let's say Trump takes some policy advice from Elon and acts on it. And then that policy colossally backfires, as it will, because Elon is a fucking idiot. What's he going to do? Is Trump going to own it? Yeah, I fucked that up. Or is he going to be like, this was Elon. He did it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I just see I think he has found Elon to be very useful. Because not only, so like in this H-1B fight, right? Trump had already changed his position on H-1B a while ago. Like this cake was already baked. He talked about it on the All In podcast while he was running, and nobody just really paid all that much attention. And so he had already shifted his position. But guess what? With Elon out there taking all the heat and all the fire for him, like, he escapes really any scrutiny. He gets to do the thing that the Republican MAGA cultists love to do, which is, oh, it's not Trump's fault. It's this person who influenced him. It's that bad actor around him, et cetera, et cetera. So they get to blame Elon, and they don't have any smoke for Trump whatsoever. So that's convenient for him. Elon obviously gave him a tremendous amount of money. Elon understands that Trump is very, very easily manipulated, and so if you are in the room with him, you have a very good chance of getting your way, etc. And so that's why he's posted up at Mar-a-Lago. That's why he's now going to post up at the White House. And so, I mean, I suspect at some point they'll have a falling out, but I think that's a long way off because both of them have an incentive to keep this thing going. Not so much, I mean, Twitter's been tremendously beneficial to Donald Trump. He doesn't want to get rid of that platform. And if Elon ends up like buying TikTok, then he's going to be even more influential, have even more of his own power base that can be leveraged on behalf of Donald Trump. So I don't know. I don't see the breakup coming as imminently as some people do.
You can only name the people who survived from the Trump first term to the second term. You can put them on one hand, right? Like there were 300 people who were, yeah, MAGA. Look, all of them. Reince Priebus, Jeff Sessions. I mean, the list goes on and on of these people who were like, I'm a stalwart soldier for you, sir. And then when it got inconvenient, Mick Mulvaney, all these people, throw him under the bus, throw him under the bus, throw him under the bus. That's what he does. And then the other thing is, on the H-1B fight, they happen to agree. Like, they actually agree on that. There are areas where they disagree, where Trump's instincts are better. Elon's an anarcho-capitalist, right?
Yeah.
He's Javier Milei. The guy wants to slash government to the bone. The guy wants people fucking looking through dumpsters for old food to eat and survive. He wants to destroy the entire social safety net. Trump is a conservative, and he's a revolutionary conservative at that. But Trump has the proper instincts to understand you can't cut Social Security, you can't cut Medicare. You can't do it. You can't do it. It's a third rail for a reason, right? And you go, oh, I'll protect it. This is the stuff that Trump says. Well, what happens when you get an issue, either that issue or an issue like that, where, you know, it's like, okay, who's going to win out and why? Because the other thing is, Elon is so socially awkward. He doesn't get signals. He doesn't get signs. He doesn't get, I'm sure Trump has given, there have been times Trump's given him the, like, get the fuck out of here body language, and Elon's just
clueless.
Sir, let me tell you my thoughts on this. I think it's going to fall apart eventually. Again, the question is the timeline, how long until that happens.
Yeah.
And I genuinely don't know the answer to that, but we haven't even gotten to the main point here, why we're talking about this. So Elon's, involved in a whole bunch of scandals at the moment. So Sam Harris went on Bill Maher's horrible podcast.
Club Random.
Club Random. Just, God, that podcast is terrible. And, Bill Maher loves Sam Harris. Sam Harris loves Bill Maher. And Sam Harris, even though he's not a guy I like even slightly, I do respect the fact that he has not been quiet about the idiocy of what used to be called the intellectual dark web.
Yeah.
Like he in his mind, he thought this intellectual dark web is, we're people who are truth tellers and we don't care about the backlash to it, and we're gaining a following by like taking bold, brave stands. That's what was his conception of it. What ultimately became is a bunch of MAGA hacks who ride Trump's cock on a daily basis.
Yeah.
The Joe Rogans of the world, the Dave Rubins of the world, the Ben Shapiro's of the world.
And pretend like that's somehow like brave
truth
telling.
I'm so brave by siding with the richest man in the world and our bloated fascist president, right?
Yeah.
So he's out of falling out with like virtually all those guys, which I respect. For him to stand up and be like, you guys are kind of crazy, I respect that.
And a lot of the breakup I think happened over COVID was kind of a...
And Trump. Because, Sam's whole thing was like, yes, we must criticize wokeness and criticize it relentlessly, but we also must criticize the right-wing analog to that, which is MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
So his thing was like sort of give equal criticism of wokeness and MAGA. And, people like Joe Rogan and Dave Rubin, it's shit on wokeness 24/7 and suck off MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a big falling out over that. So Sam Harris goes on Bill Maher's podcast, and the topic of Elon Musk comes up, and he says some critical things, nothing over the top, nothing too crazy, but Elon Musk, as Steve Bannon points out, has the emotional maturity of an 11-year-old boy. So of course he melts down and starts rage tweeting at Sam Harris. And so Sam Harris decides, okay, bitch, you want to play this game? I'm going to go ahead and drop the content nuke about how fucking stupid you are. So they used to be close. They used to be friends. They used to talk on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. Sam Harris drops this article since Elon was coming after him, and he's like, all right, I'll tell everybody the backstory. How about that? You ready? So he says the following. Elon and I didn't converge on a common view of epidemiology over the course of those 2 hours. They had a discussion for 2 hours. But we hit upon a fun compromise, a wager. Elon bet me $1 million to be given to charity against a bottle of fancy tequila, just worth $1,000, that we wouldn't see as many as 35,000 cases of COVID in the United States. Cases, not even deaths. Cases, not deaths.
That's so dumb.
The terms of the bet reflected what was, in his estimation, the near certainty that he was right.
Oh, my God.
Having already heard credible estimates that there could be 1 million deaths from COVID in the U.S. over the next 12 to 18 months, those estimates proved to be fairly accurate, I thought the terms of the bet ridiculous and quite unfair to Elon. I offered to spot him 2 orders of magnitude. I was confident that we'd soon have 3.5 million cases of COVID in the U.S. Elon accused me of having lost my mind and insisted that we stick with a ceiling of 35,000. We communicated sporadically by text over the next couple of weeks while the number of reported cases grew. Ominously, Elon dismissed the next batch of data reported by the CDC as merely presumptive, while confirmed cases of COVID on his account remained elusive. A few weeks later, when the CDC website finally reported 35,000 deaths from COVID in the U.S. and 600,000 cases, he sent Elon a text basically being like, told you. Elon didn't respond to him, and then proceeded over the next few weeks to go on Twitter and start like randomly spurging out at him and trying to throw him under the bus and smear him, right? Guys, this is who this man is. I'll say it again. I know I've told you 1,000 times. I'll tell you more. Type into YouTube, Thunderfoot Elon Musk, and have yourself a day, because you will witness very quickly he's been a con man all along. Remember when he said, I'll put a man on Mars in 10 years? That was 13 fucking years ago. Not only are we not on Mars, we haven't even taken the first fucking baby step to get on Mars. All the amazing stuff, the SpaceX and the Tesla and the this and the that, that's the engineers that he's stealing credit from. He is a PR buffoon, just like Donald Trump. who he's married at the hip to, a PR marketing buffoon. He puffs his name up just like Bill Gates did also. Oh, what a mega genius. Oh, he's so amazing. Oh, he's so great. In reality, he's a total fucking moron. He's a simpleton. He's a dumbass. He is not bright. And what's crazy to me, Crystal, is people really do have this default belief of like, oh, men have a lot of money. Must be brilliant. And it's like, I don't know how to get this across to you. If anything, it's more likely to be the opposite of that. That if men have a lot of money, he's more shameless and more exploitative. More shameless and exploitative. We know the numbers. 60% of people who have extreme wealth were born into extreme wealth and privilege. 60%, the majority, are just part of the lucky fucking sperm club. People need to break free from this mindset that we live in a meritocracy and the brightest and the hardest working get to the top. That is not true. It's not remotely true. Some of the hardest working, most intelligent people I know are living fucking at the poverty line or below it. So anyway, I love this Sam Harris just destroying.
Amazing. Absolutely. How dumb did you have to be at that point in time to really think there would not even be 35,000 cases in the U.S.?
You have to be Elon Musk.
I mean, that is just insane stupidity.
Disregarding all the experts, all of them, everyone.
It's incredible. I mean, it really is hard to wrap your head around. But, to your point, like we've all seen what's happened with Twitter. He didn't build Twitter, right? He wasn't the intellect behind Twitter. He just bought it and then has made it a million times worse and has had a million like terrible ideas. Like the way they do blue chicks now is totally ridiculous and nonsensical. So that's his MO. I mean, I guess that's his brilliance, quote unquote, is like marketing himself and putting himself at the center of the action. That's what he's good at doing. And even the way that he his like weird way he communicates and all his hemming and hawing and his like strange way that he behaves at his weird X jump and whatever. There's something in the American psyche, too, about how, great men, like they're very eccentric. And so even that feeds into this kind of mythology around him that I don't know. You have to explain to me, but certainly a lot of men really fall into the like belief that Elon is this.
It really is
genius.
Old white men. Look at Rogan.
Not
Look
just
at Rogan.
old though. There's a bunch of like
Rogan.
relatively young bros who are like Elon Musk simps, and I don't know.
All brilliant men.
I don't get it.
All brilliant men offer women horses to jack them off. All brilliant men do that. Can I buy you a horse? Do you mind touching it? God damn it, man. Oh, it's true. It's true. I mean,
you love bringing that up.
I do.
That's such a great story.
It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic.
Like,
you're worth $50 quadrillion. You can't get somebody to jack you off without offering them a horse? Come on. What the fuck? What's next? To fucking offer a camel for a blowjob? Like, what are we talking about here? This is fucking crazy, bro.
What type of animal gifts in exchange for various sex acts?
He's got them all in he's got a room in his house. He's got a fucking parakeet. It's got a giraffe. Depending on your ethnicity, he'll offer you something different. You know?
Looks into your animal interests, and then I know just the thing for you.
It's how sad. How sad, man. And then again, you got people like Rogan who still, at this late date, think he's some sort of genius, you know?
Yeah, but to take it back to the Asmongold thing, it's like, it is kind of the perfect thing to pop that bubble among a certain group. Because there's certainly a lot of, like, gamer bro, Elon simp overlap. And so the fact that this is an area that they really understand.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's just undeniable that he's completely, like, fraudulently representing himself. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing to be like, you know, maybe this guy's not on the up and up like I thought he was.
Hey, whatever it is. I mean,
it's kind of amazing.
With the far right, for them it was the H-1B visa.
Yeah.
For them it was like, wait. I thought we were anti-immigration. But now all of a sudden you're pro-immigration because
when it benefits
helps you make money?
Yeah.
And they realize like, oh, wait, you're in this for yourself.
Yeah, and
you're really fucking greedy.
Like genuinely like the worst kind of immigration, you know, where it's like just purely exploitative for
they're
the immigrants themselves.
They are genuinely indentured servants.
Actually, like genuine. And most of the language around, like most of the discussion around immigrants lowering wages for native-born citizens is actually bullshit if you look at the overwhelming bulk of the research. But in this one area of H-1B visas, it's actually true. And that's the one that you support. It's like, okay, we see what's going on here.
It's too perfect.
Yes.
Hey guys, we were going to have Ryan Grimm on the show today, but he had to go yell at a war criminal, Anthony Blinken, and so Crystal and I just did a show by ourselves. We're going to want to sign up on Substack to see the full thing because we cover a bunch of awesome clips, including Joe Rogan falling for more fake news, and Bill Burr absolutely killing it on Jimmy Kimmel and embodying the spirit of Bill Hicks and George Carlin and being a true comedian, not a suck up to Trump. So sign up below, you'll see that and much more. See you there.